A very good morning and hope you all are enjoying your winter vacation. Today we will start with class civics class 8th chapter, understanding our criminal justice system. Now, in our criminal justice system there are four important people. One, police officers, public prosecutor, defense lawyer and judge. In this chapter we will try to understand the roles of these four people. Okay, this chapter starts with the story of Mr. and Mrs. Shinde. Now, Mr. and Mrs. Shinde was getting ready and she come to know that she is missing her gold chain. Now, they doubt that their domestic worker, who is the domestic worker? The person who comes to your house for cleaning purposes, say you're cleaning your house, cleaning your dishes. So, they are called as domestic worker. And Shanti, who was working in Mr. and Mrs. Shinde's house since for many years, they had doubt that Shanti has stolen Mrs. Shinde's golden chain. Now they have registered FIR. FIR is First Information Report, which is registered either on call or individually going to police station. Now they have registered First Information Report. In this, they have the police officer mentions the date of the crime, the time of the crime, the suspect and the details of the suspect and what was the crime. All the details of the crime is mentioned in your First Information Report, and the person who is registering this FIR gets a copy of that. This is First Information Report, and the officer has registered for FIR, and as soon as the FIR is registered, the work of police officer starts. It is the duty of the police officer to investigate the matter. Now, the police officer who has registered FIR of Mr. and Mrs. Shinde started investigating the matter, and they got 10,000 rupees in the trunk of Shanti, because of which police officer arrested Shanti. Now, as soon as the person is arrested, they have some fundamental rights according to the Constitution. According to Article 22 of the Constitution, it is the fundamental right of everyone to get a defense lawyer. That means Shanti can hire a defense lawyer who can save Shanti, right? But since Shanti is poor, she belongs to a poor family, she cannot afford a defense lawyer. So according to Constitution, Article 39A, it is the duty of the state to provide a defense lawyer to the person who cannot afford a defense lawyer. So Shanti was provided by a defense lawyer, and like this, the police officer, now during the investigation, you all know all kind of torture can be possible. It is the duty of the police officer to follow rule of law and to protect people from the torture of the police. There are some laws mentioned in the Constitution. Again, Article 22 says few laws there are mentioned which protects people from the torture which can be inflicted by police officer. These laws which are mentioned in Article 22 of the Constitution. The first law says that the person who is being arrested should have information why he is arrested. The second law says that within the 24 hours of the arrest, he should be presented before a magistrate. The third law says that a person who is arrested cannot be ill-treated or tortured. The fourth law says that whatever confessions made during the custody cannot be considered as evidence. Fourth law says any boy below 15 years or a woman cannot be called to the police station just for questioning. These laws mentioned in Article 22 of the Constitution is to protect the people. In the same way, some laws are made for police officials also, which need to be followed by police officials. These laws are made by D.K. Basu. That is why they are called D.K. Basu guidelines. So, D.K. Basu guidelines mentions that the person or the police officer who is going to arrest a person should carry the name tag. You may have seen a police officer in their dress, their designation and name is mentioned on the tag. So it is compulsory for a police officer to wear that tag in which a clear date, a clear name and the designation of the police officer should be mentioned. This was the first law. Second law says that A memo of arrest should be carried by the person who is going to arrest someone. A memo of arrest, in this memo of arrest, date and time of the arrest should be mentioned, and it should be signed by an eyewitness. This eyewitness can be anyone from the family member of the person who is going to be arrested, and it should be duly countersigned by the person who is going to be arrested. This is the second law. Third law says that the person who is being arrested, their family relatives, their friends should be informed about it. And if these people, their relatives and friends, are living outside the district, it is the duty of the police officer to inform these people within 8 to 12 hours of the arrest. So these are D.K. Basu guidelines, and according to which police officers usually work. And with this, a charge sheet was made for Shanti, and as soon as the charge sheet is made, the case is registered in the court, and a copy of charge sheet is given to the suspected criminal. Now, the role of public prosecutor starts here. A public prosecutor is the person who represents the case on the behalf of the state. It is believed that whatever crime is being committed, it is not committed with the person individual, it is committed against the state also. That is why public prosecutor, who is a government lawyer, is the person who always represents the case in the court, and he represents the case impartially. Whatever evidences, whatever proofs has been collected by the police officer, he represents these things in the court before the judge. It is the duty of the public prosecutor to represent the case in front of the judge. Now, let's come to defense lawyer. Defense lawyer, the role of defense lawyer is to defend the person who is being suspected. It is the duty of the defense lawyer to protect the person who is suspected criminal. Now, he presents all the evidences which will prove that the person who is being arrested is not the criminal. Now comes the role of the judge. It is the duty of the judge to listen to all the things which is shown by public prosecutor and defense lawyer. He will look into the matter, he will see all the evidences presented by public prosecutor and the evidences presented by defense lawyer. He will see the evidences on the basis of the witnesses, and on the basis of the evidences, he will decide that whether the person who is accused or whether the person who is suspected criminal is actually a guilty person or an innocent person. If a person is guilty, he will give the person punishment according to the constitution, according to the law, and if the person is innocent, he will set him free. So this is the role of the judge, to be impartial and conduct this trial a fair trial. Now, what do you mean by a fair trial? It is a fair trial when a trial is impartial and it is conducted in an open court. What is open court? Open court is a court proceeding in which any person who wishes to see the proceeding can come and sit and observe the proceedings. This is called an open court. Why it is open court? So that nobody can say that this trial is not a fair trial. And it is duty of the judge to conduct a fair trial, because it is you all have studied about Article 21, right to life, and right to life is a fundamental right of a citizen, and it could be only maintained only if a fair trial is conducted in the court. So with this, the chapter Understanding our Criminal Justice System is almost finished. You will get question answers with this video. Try to complete. You have to complete the question answers in the register and the booklet work. Please complete the work. Thank you, and do come to school soon.